Good morning, everyone. Today is the 23rd of February, Monday morning. I have often wondered what was the meaning behind the scripture that Christ taught when he said that in Luke 4, he said, "This day is this scripture fulfilled in your ears." This day is this scripture fulfilled in your ears. Well, 3 verses up, he said, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recover the sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised." That's what he's referring to. That's the scripture that is fulfilled in their ears. And where is that scripture found in the Old Testament? It's found in Isaiah 61:1. Isaiah the prophet says, "The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison of them that are bound." That's what was fulfilled in their ears when Christ, the Prince of Preachers, Spurgeon isn't the Prince of Preachers, okay? Christ is the Prince of Preachers. And that's the scripture that is referring to when he said, "This day is this scripture fulfilled in your ears." And that was Christ's mission. That was his mission. To preach the gospel to the poor. To heal the brokenhearted. To preach deliverance to the captives. Recovering of sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised. That scripture was brought into fruition through Christ and the prophecy of Isaiah 61:1. Well, oftentimes we forget that Christ fulfilled much of the prophecy in his earthly ministry. It was prophesied that he would be born of a virgin. He fulfilled that prophecy. It was prophesied that he would be betrayed for 30 pieces of silver. That prophecy was fulfilled. It was prophesied that he would give sight to the blind. That prophecy was fulfilled. It was prophesied that his garments would be sold. That prophecy was fulfilled. And we know one of the greatest prophecies in Isaiah of all time is Isaiah 53. "He was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities, and by his stripes we are healed." And that prophecy was fulfilled. Well, I remember when I first started studying the Messianic prophecies, what an impact it had upon me. Because here were prophecies that were prophesied hundreds of years before it came into fruition. The God of the universe knows all things. He's omnipotent, he's omniscient, he's omnipresent, he's all-knowing. There's nothing that he does not know. So this morning, let us remember in Luke 4:21, when he says, "This day is this scripture fulfilled in your ears," he was speaking of the prophecy of Isaiah in 61:1. May the good Lord be with you today.